This is Kugan Cassius for IFL TV. We're at the Sheffield Ice Arena here in Sheffield. With me I've got the one and only Tyan Booth. What's happening, Tyan?
Just come to watch some blood. That's what we're all here for. Just to see someone getting knocked unconscious. It's quite savage. It's quite brutal, but that's what we're here for. To see someone getting knocked unconscious.
Have you been impressed?
I feel bad though. I feel bad, you know, coming here and cheering on people in such a brutal sport. But we're like animals, aren't we? I like watching wildlife programs, you know, like lions chasing after antelope. But when the lions get hold of the antelopes, I feel guilty and I have to turn over. But yeah.
What do you turn over to?
Something a bit more light-hearted, like Comedy Central.
Yeah.
You know, it's,
Mike and Molly.
you know, get the balance.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, I read some of your tweets every now and again when they pop up on the timeline, and you said something quite interesting about you're not interested in boxing maybes.
Yeah.
Fox Groves, Khan Mayweather.
Yeah, we've heard it all before, haven't we?
Just get the fight done.
He might be boxing him. I'm not interested. It's just not of no interest, you know. You just want to see the fights. Just let me know 30 seconds before the fight's about to start, so I can press on demand and order it. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Ifs and buts. It's no good, is it? Ifs and buts. It's like when I'm in a club and a woman comes up to me and says, "Buy me a drink and I might give you something." It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I need to know before I exchange the money, before I hand the money over. I want to know what I'm in for.
That doesn't happen in real life, Tyan.
What?
That don't happen in real life. What, before you go up to a woman and you say to her, "Right, listen, babe, I'm going to buy you a drink, but I need to know I'm going to get a little something at the end of it." You don't say that to them, do you?
Yeah, because you have to be direct, don't you? But to be honest with you, yeah, it's best to be honest. Is that sexist?
No.
I don't know. Because we're both benefiting. I'm getting sex and she's getting a drink. But
do you think that's a fair deal?
yeah, because she might enjoy the sex as well. Depends.
So she's getting like 2 for 1 in a way.
Yeah, it depends how I perform. Sometimes I'm on the ball. Sometimes I'm just, you know, distracted by things. You know.
So do you really say this to? Do you really say that when you're out clubbing? If you go out clubbing, do you say you don't say that to women, really, do you?
I don't talk to women. I don't approach them because it's assumed that men should make the first move. You know, men should take women out to Nando's and pay for it, but I don't see why. Why should a man pay for her Nando's and I might never see her again? So
don't you think that's just a? That's all right, brother. You can come in.
Women message me on the internet saying, "Can you take me to Nando's? Can you pay for it?" So
they don't ask you to pay for it, though, do they?
That's 50 quid. 50 quid down the drain. I was going to say I could go to a brothel for 30 quid, but I don't go to brothels.
Okay. So, if given the choice, if you was rather giving £50 to take out someone to Nando's, a woman, and you might get something at the end of it, or just go straight into a brothel, you know, £50 guaranteed, wham bam, you're there.
Yeah, but brothels is a time limit on it. You got 15 minutes to go all out, and once that 15 minutes is over, you don't get your money back. So if you haven't performed, then you're leaving £30 down or 50 quid down. And because the clock's ticking, that's extra pressure. Because I'm not really thinking about the sex, I'm thinking about the time, how long is left. I'm not looking at her body, I'm looking at my watch or the clock. So it's just artificial. It's not
do you find you spend more time undressing and dressing, putting your shoes on, taking your shoes off? Because that's time consuming. Do you think that should be allowed into the time?
I don't know when they start the clock though.
I think, to be honest,
as soon as you're naked.
No, I think they start the clock as soon as you walk through the door.
Yeah, but then that's...
So you see some of them trying to string it out. This is what I've heard. I don't know from experience.
That's what I've heard.
That's what we've heard. But
I've heard that women in these brothels, as soon as you walk into the room with them, sometimes they text people. So that's time as well.
So
it's time wasted.
So I
don't go to brothels.
No, neither do I. It's just what I've heard.
Did I mention that?
Yeah, you mentioned it. Tyan, is there? Sorry, you can come.
All right.
You can come. What else is aggravating you at the moment? Not necessarily boxing in life.
Just people asking me to take them to Nando's. That's the main thing that seems to bother me. Or people saying hello. People coming up to me in the middle of a training session to say hello, how are you doing? And then they'll stand there and expect me to try and think of something interesting to say. But I'm not an interesting guy because all I do is box, train twice a day, go home and pray that a woman's... Where am I going?
Just there, because I just wanted to get a bit of light on it. So if I was to come into the gym and I come up to you and just said, all right, Tyan, what's happening? That would aggravate you?
It would, because if I start talking to you, it's like I'm talking to you because you've got your own film company. So if I seen you at a show, I wouldn't just come up to you and start talking to you and say, hello Kugan, how you doing? So it's like I'm using you, but I'm not. You do seem like a nice guy, but who knows? I look like I'm shivering. It's because there's an ice rink.
There's an ice rink there. Let's say the ice rink. There is an ice rink there.
I'm not nervous.
I know.
Jesus.
Listen, Tyan, if there's anything else you want to get off your chest, you're more than welcome to say it now. If not, you know.
Yeah, there is actually. I just watched a boxing match and it was quite brutal. The guy who got beat, how long's left? Is the battery dying?
No, they're cool.
The guy got beat, he got battered. He lost a few brain cells, so that might have damaged his brain. So him going home today, he might go home and beat his wife and kids. Do you know what I mean? Because he's not functioning properly.
You're talking about Matthew Malin and Navin Suri then. Yeah, Matthew Malin took some pretty big shots during that fight.
You don't know how that's going to affect his brain. So,
but that's the game you're in, and everyone that is in that game knows them things.
Defense. It's all about that defense.
When are you out next?
Style. Sorry. March the 1st.
Yeah.
I'm boxing a guy who headbutted me in my last fight.
Okay.
He cut my eye, so that's it. On a Frank Warren show. Right. Am I allowed to say Frank Warren?
You can say whatever you want. Yeah. Frank Warren's cool with us.
That's it.
Cool.
Frank Warren.
Yeah. Alright, well listen, Tyan, I'm going to let you crack on with your night. I'm going to go back to my hotel room, the Holiday Inn.
Is that where you're going?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Is anything else going on in Sheffield today?
I don't know. I don't live in Sheffield, so I'm just kind of going back to my hotel room. And if any girls want to come back there, mind you, there's no point in me mentioning that because by the time this interview goes out, it'll probably be too late for that. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see what Sheffield's got to offer, but probably nothing. Having said that, there's about 15 brothels in Sheffield. I won't be going to any of them.
Okay. 15.
There's about 15.
Is there one near here?
Probably. We're in the city.
Oh, okay.
There's always a brothel around every corner.
Oh, a couple of my mates might want to go.
Well, are they going, are they?
Yeah, not me. They're going.
Where are they going?
They might go. You might want to point them in the right direction.
15 minutes isn't long enough, though, is it?
No.
I need half an hour.
Yeah.
Half an hour.
Give the £100 then.
Yeah. No.
Alright, well listen, Tyan Booth, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. It's been interesting as usual.
Yeah, definitely.
And next time I see you, just whatever you want to talk about.
Alright, thanks for that.
Alright?
Yeah, thanks a lot.